Hey guys, Mr. Riz here, and I just want to help you out on the last part of this, beginning of chapter 4. Um, with this IXL, I just want to go over it because IXL can be a little tricky, but I'll show you what you'll need to do. So what they want us to do is to graph the parabola. First thing we're going to do is plot the vertex and then plot another point on the parabola. And just to kind of show you how this will work out, and I'll do a couple examples here. First thing we want to do is to find the vertex. If you remember, okay, we got to identify A, B, and C. All right, since this is in standard form, it's not in vertex form. A would be 4, and B would be 0, and C would be 0, because technically this is 4x squared plus 0x plus 0. And then our vertex, which is at the point HK, we can find our H by doing the formula negative B over 2A. So this actually comes out pretty easy in this problem here. So B is 0, and 2 times A is 4. So this is negative 0 over 8, and it doesn't matter, that'd be 0 over 8, which is just 0. So our center, our vertex is going to be at 0. And then to get our K, we have to plug in 0 into the equation. And if we plug in 0 in for x, 0 squared is 0, 0 times 4 is 0. All right, so our vertex is right at 0, 0. So mouse and then plot the vertex. All right, then to get another point, you can see it kind of makes a parabola. What we're going to have to do is find another location. And what we are going to do here is, we can kind of think about 0 is the nice point in our parabola. And since we have symmetric, we really don't need to find 1. So what I like to do is I'll just move one spot over to see if that comes out nice. So to find this, wherever 1 is located at, you're going to plug 1 in for x. So what is 4 times 1 squared? 1 squared is 1. 4 times 1 is 4. So that means at 1, it's at 4, but also we could put at negative 1, it's also going to be 4. But I just like to use the one we definitely know. So I'm going to plot at 1, go up to 4, click the dot. There's a nice parabola. We can go ahead and submit that. We got that right. All right, so let me try to jump to another level. Actually, yeah, that one shouldn't be too bad. Okay, let's step it up a little bit here. Let's do this next one. So same thing here. We got to identify A, B, and C. This equation technically is negative x squared plus 0x's plus 6. So A is negative 7, B is 0, and C is 6. Alrighty, so our vertex, which is at HK. All right, and our H is negative B over 2A. So it'd be negative 0 over 2 times negative 7. Hey, we've seen this a couple times. This is going to be 0 over negative 14. All that doesn't matter. It's going to be at 0. To figure out our K, we got to plug 0 in. So what's f of 0? Well, that's going to be negative 7 times 0 squared plus 6. So we're just replacing our x with 0. 0 squared is 0. 0 times negative 7 is 0. We add 6 to 0, that'd be at 6. So vertex is at 0, 6. So over 0, up 6. Here we go. Now to get another point, we have to kind of make a table here. I always like to put the vertex in the middle because if you think about it, it is a middle point. Let's just go over 1 and see if that comes out nice. All right, so we've got f of 1. What is negative 7 times 1 squared plus 6? So remember, you square the 1 first. 1 times 1 is 1, and then times it by the negative 7 on the outside here. So this would be negative 7 plus 6. Negative 7 plus 6 is negative 1. So that means another point here is at 1, negative 1. So we're going to go over to 1 and go down to 1. There we go. If we look, this makes a sad face parabola, which makes sense because A is negative. There we go. Cool. All right, now just kind of show you, they do flip-flop between vertex form and standard form. All right, so here, this one is in vertex form. So remember, vertex form is y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. So our vertex is kind of easy to figure out, hk. Our h is the number being subtracted on the inside here. So the number being subtracted on the inside is 5. And our k is the number being added on at the end. Technically, there's a plus 0 at the end. So our vertex is at 5, 0. That was super easy to figure out. So we'll go over 5 up 0. There's our vertex. Now to get the other part, we need to make a graph. All right, so we got 5, 0 is in the middle. So I like to always put that because then I can know, okay, I can either pick 4 or 6 to plug in to find another point. I think maybe plugging in 6 might be easier. So we're going to figure out what's f of 6. All right, this is how we can find our another point. So what's negative 4 times 6 minus 5 squared? So we just took this equation and replaced. So take your time here. We got to do the inside. 6 minus 5 is 1. 1 squared is 1. 1 times negative 4 is negative 4. So that actually, we can use either 2 points to graph. So we can go over to 6 and then go down to negative 4. Or we can go at negative 4, go down to negative 4. We have those 2 points. If we did this right, we can submit. Okay, so this next one, pretty much the same thing. Just keep jumping up a level here. Okay, we'll do this one because it's a little bit crazier standard form. All right, so we got, this is in vertex form. All right, remember this is a times x minus h squared plus k. All right, so our h is the number being subtracted on the inside here. That h is 9, not negative 9. And then our k is the number being added on at the end. That's negative 5. So that means we have a vertex. We're going to make our table right at 9, negative 5. So I'm going to plot that point. Go over 9, go down to negative 5. There we go. Next, to get another point, we're either going to plug in 8 or 10. Okay, we can plug in either one to our equation to figure out the other value. So I would probably say plug in 10. So what's f of 10? That's going to be 2 times 10 minus 9 squared minus 5. Just take your time. 10 minus 9 is 1. 1 squared is 1. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 minus 5 is negative 3. So that means, and because it's reflexive, you know, axis of symmetry, it's got to be the same on both sides. That means 10 is going to be at negative 3. Or 8 is going to be at negative 3. And just kind of double check some other things you know. A is a positive 2, so that should make a nice happy face parabola. We can check this off here. We're doing good. All right, we got another one here, and then after that, we should be good. Okay, if you guys have any questions, just ask, but we're kind of wrapping this up. And so we should have a review here, and we'll take another quiz. Remember, we're breaking chapter 4 up into 3 smaller stuff because chapter 4 is pretty crazy. All right, have a good one, guys.